Hello, 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 queens. We are back with another podcast episode on the Create and Grow Your Dream Business podcast. So, today we are going to be talking about embracing growth and exploration. This is so powerful, right? Because if you've been listening to the previous podcast episodes, then you know we are birthing confidence, right? And just like any birth, there's is levels to this, right? And so, today when we talk about exploring and embracing growth and exploration, we are talking about how it is that you can embrace this level of change that you are in reference to your confidence, right? And again, when we talk about confidence, we are talking about confidence personally and professionally, okay? So let's jump right in. So, as you see as well, we're talking about this birthing confidence concept from the concept of adolescent assertiveness, right? And one thing we know about an adolescent is that they are very assertive individuals. So if we apply this concept to you as an individual, right? If we apply this concept to where you are now inside of your business, you've moved past the infantile stage, right? You've already birthed the idea. You've already moved past the infant stage, right? You've already moved past the toddler stage, and now you are in this adolescent stage. And I learned in one of my psychology classes, one thing about an adolescent is that adolescents have like an info, um, how am I trying to pronounce the word? Like um, um, a personality or a complex that makes them feel inferior, right? And so, meaning like nothing can hurt them, like they feel, an adolescent feels like they can jump off of a rooftop and that they'll be perfectly fine, right? That's the reason why when children are in that adolescent, in that teens phase, they do all type of things. You remember when you was a teenager, you used to do all type of crazy stuff. Nobody could tell you anything, right? I want you to get back inside of that level of assertiveness when it comes down to you showing up, right, in a confident manner, in an authentic manner, right? A big part about showing up in an assertive way and embracing growth and exploration when you are in a phase of transformation is about being proud of yourself, right? I know in the work environment, in the job environment, oftentimes people are not giving accolades, right? One thing I used to love is being inside of a space where I could congratulate or I can congratulate the employees that I work with, right? I used to love being that person that was inside of a space where I could always clap for someone. This is what made me become a confidence coach, right? I love helping people feel proud of themselves for the levels that they are reaching. But before I can help you feel proud of yourself, before I can help you feel proud of you, I want you to start being proud of yourself. Be proud of birthing your idea. Be proud of taking steps towards feeling more confident. Be proud of knowing that on a daily basis, even if they're baby steps, you are taking assertive action to standing up for something that you believe in, because that's really the difference in a person who is just doing something for a paycheck and a person who is walking inside of their purpose. The biggest difference is that you're inside of a space where you're proud of yourself. I saw a post on social media today that said true success is not truly about the amount of money that you make, but about having the ability to spend time with your family, having the ability to make an impact, having the ability to be proud of yourself, having the ability to know that you can take back control of your time. This is true success. These are things to be proud of. If you are just inside of the birthing phase of your confidence and you are not exactly at that 10 that you want to be, but you're a 5, but you're a 4, but you're a 6, but you're a 7, but you're an 8, you have to still be proud of yourself at that level, right? Because you can't really get to the next level without being proud of where it is that you've come from, right? You can't really be proud of yourself. Rhea's crying. You can't really be proud of yourself of where it is that you're going without really taking the time to acknowledge where it is that you have been. Now, this right here makes me really think about how now more than ever is the time for you to start to be real with yourself, right? It's time for you to start to be real with yourself. A lot of you are in positions that you no longer want to be in, and you are not taking action towards getting to the next position that you want to go to because you're refusing to be real with yourself. I remember when I worked in as a leader at CarMax, a big part about me helping leaders apply for higher roles was helping them be real with themselves. A lot of them wanted higher roles, right? A lot of them wanted new positions, but the part they could not be real with themselves about was that they were just staying comfortable in that role for money, in the previous role that they were in for money. Even though that money did not lead them to leadership, even though that money did not lead them to being feeling fulfilled, they stayed in that role, right? A lot of you are staying where you are. You're not taking action towards the next step because you're fearful of embracing the growth. You're fearful of exploring. You're not being real with yourself. It makes me think about the island that you see right here behind me, right? Imagine being in that space where you know you want some fish. Let's be real. Everybody want a fish sandwich. Even when Jesus was out there making fish sandwiches with the fish and the bread, everybody wanted fish sandwiches, right? But how many people were scared to be assertive enough to go inside of the water? How many of you are scared to put your foot inside of this beautiful water behind me and see how the water feels? That's growth. If you've just been on an island the entire time and you never got inside the water, you're not embracing growth. I actually saw an article online that talks about in Panama, if I'm not mistaken, more than 200 people are having to leave an island because of climate control and because the water is coming up over the island, right? So they have to they have to move inland. Imagine the level of growth that they now have to embrace. Imagine the level of exploration that they now are going to have to go through, because one of the things that they talked about in the article is that the locals were saying they built their entire life upon the particular resources of living on the island. They've lived there for years. That is where they were. Now, because of something outside of their control, a different level of assertiveness, they now have to be inside of a space where they have to embrace this growth. They have to embrace this change. They have to show up confidently enough to know that their life can continue on in this new arena. It is the same way for you. You want to go higher. You want to engage on another level. You want to show up as a leader. You want to show up as a thought changer. You want to show up as a person that's impactful, right? But in order for you to do that, you're going to have to start being more real with yourself. The realness really means that you're going to have to start speaking your world into being, right? That's the realness that's coming about. The real version of you has to start to say that I am a change maker. I am an impactful person. I can lead this company. I can lead this business. I can lead myself into greatness. I can lead others. I can help others. I can guide others. It's about speaking, right? In the previous episodes, we talked about how the biggest transformation that you're going to have to make is the thoughts that you are thinking about yourself, right? From a neuroscience perspective, right? If you can change your mind, you can change your life, you can change your actions, you can make a shift. But if you are speaking negatively about yourself, if you are speaking in a way about yourself and others that is not positive, inevitably you're going to receive more negative back. What I want you to remember again is that when you are in this concept of adolescent assertiveness, right? You can be assertive in a positive way, you can be assertive in a negative way. I want you to really ask yourself, survey yourself, analyze yourself, ask yourself, when I show up assertive, is my assertiveness being taken well or is it being taken the wrong way? This is the reason why when we work together, I also help you with your brand, right? I remember when I first started at CarMax, I was 21 years old. And I had no concept about brand. I just was Breye'l. That's all I knew. I just was showing up in my bold, assertive personality. I just was me. Okay. But what I did not understand was that my personality was coming off in an assertive way that was hard for people to accept. And it was only because of where I've been And I had really no true concept of where it is that I wanted to go, right? So I had no concept of branding. I had no concept of professional confidence. I had no concept of personal confidence. Of course, I was showing up with just who I was, but there was no true direction about who it is that I wanted to be. And so, what I want you to do is ask yourself and survey yourself about the assertiveness. First of all, are you even coming off assertive enough for people to take you serious about the transformation that you say you want to make? Are you even coming off assertive enough for that people to know that you are the thought leader, that you are the person that can help them with their problems? One thing that really was the true transformation when I help my clients that really helped them stand out was them recognizing that you have the solution to somebody's problem. The person just needs you to guide them to the next step, right? Oftentimes, that's the part that's the hardest is us being real with ourselves, knowing that we can guide somebody to the next step, right? And the part that stops people from recognizing that we're the person to help someone guide the next person, again, it's that business idea that you have inside of your mind. It's that nonprofit organization that you want to start. It's that book that you want to write. It's that girls club that you want to create. It's that real estate license that you want to go and get. It's that transformation that you want to make inside the community. A lot of that is stopped inside of your mind because you are not regulating your emotions to be real with yourself, to be proud of yourself. See, oftentimes you view the obstacles that you've been through as problems. You have counted yourself out. You have put yourself as the underdog and not seen not you don't see yourself valuable enough to truly make the transformation in others that you know that you've made inside of yourself, right? That goes back into speaking your world into being. Maybe you did make mistakes. Of course you did. Maybe you did stumble. Of course you did. We've all stumbled. We've all made mistakes. But what truly separates the successful person is the person who is able to speak their world into being. The person who says, even though I've been through these obstacles and those obstacles, I still see myself as a success. And as a success, I can help someone else get from point A to point B. Again, think about it. An adolescent, someone who's inside that level like of middle school and high school, they truly think about and dream about what it is that they want to be. They have a servant mindset. They think about what they want to do when they graduate high school. They think about the businesses they want to start. They think about the confidence that they want to have. They are inside of that space where they are assertive in what it is that they want to do. And oftentimes it's just the people around them that prevents them from doing that. You may have an adolescent who says, I want to go off to college and do XYZ. And then someone from their surrounding taints their mind and say, oh, you can't do that. They don't make that much money. And when you go inside of that job role, that entrepreneurship isn't for you. You're probably not going to be a good entrepreneur, or you're really going to struggle. You're not going to make that much money at first. People don't care about that. You have to be assertive enough to stand on your purpose, to stand on your business idea, to stand on the desire that you have to help other people. It's about you in this season asserting yourself now to another level. If you know that it's time for you to stand on big business and assert yourself in a way that you have never done before, put assertive in the comment section. If you know it's time for you to embrace growth, to get around other people, places, and things that can help you grow, whether it's because you want to or because you're being forced to, put growth in the comment section. And if you know it's time for you to explore new options, get out of the job role that you're in, apply for new jobs. If you know it's time for you to explore what it'll be for you to be a size 8 instead of a size 16, put explore in the comment section below. If you know it's time for you to get out from thinking that your husband is going to meet you in your bathroom at your house, and if it's time for you to get out there and start dating and putting yourself out there, if you know that exploration is something you need to start working on, put explore in the comment section. I would love to know where it is that you're at, and you will actually be very shocked to find that other people are on the same vibrational frequency and want the same growth as you do. So until next time, ladies, it was amazing connecting with you. And don't forget again, let me know where you are in your confidence growth down in the comment section below. See you later.